This is Morten from INKISH TV, and we are here on our second day of Printing United in Dallas. And today we have the pleasure of being broadcasting from Chili Publish. If you don't know Chili Publish, I guarantee that during the day you will have a lot of more information about what's actually going on. And I'm here with Fabian Prudhomme. And Fabian, why have you decided to go on and exhibit here at Printing United?
Well, Morten, you know that we're very committed to the printing and the packaging industry, and so we had to be here, right? This is like a mini Drupa, US side of the pond, so we had to be here. I'm very happy to be here as well.
And just very briefly, because we will dig into everything during the day, but very, very briefly, what is Chili Publish all about?
Chili Publish is a software application which does online document and content editing based on the technology of smart templates.
That was actually short. Did you rehearse that, or was that just like flying out of your mouth?
No, but that's just a 10-word explanation of what we do, right?
But the great thing about, because to put it in layman terms, to understand that is that if people want to do, let's say, menu cards or business cards or anything that is graphical, and they want to connect it to a database and they want to do it online, and that is why they should choose your kind of software, right?
Exactly. It's an online environment, editing environment with a desktop feel to it. So whatever artwork creation you have, if you want to simplify it, automate it, speed it up, do a lot of different versions of that output, that's what you would use Chili Publisher for.
And what type of customers would invest in this software?
Any company basically with a high demand for artwork or packaging artwork generation. So we have brand owners, packaging converters, print service providers, and marketing agencies.
That sounds pretty much like everybody here at Printing United should be interested in it, right?
Exactly, except perhaps for hardware vendors, but anybody else is welcome here.
Yeah. So I know that you had a little slow day yesterday, but I guess that you had the opportunity to talk to some customers. Is there a big interest in what you're doing here?
Definitely, because graphic design or generation of graphic files is a pain point. It's time consuming. It's still a very manual process with a lot of companies. It blows my mind every time I see how manually they work. So we have a way to automate that and to simplify that process and to speed it up, obviously.
I also hope that during the day I will get a chance, because every time I have met you or Kevin, I always think that complex software requires skills actually just to understand what it can do. And when we met in Brussels a couple of weeks ago, you said to me that actually it's not that difficult, because if you're a brand owner, you have one approach to Chili. If you are a print service provider, you have another different. Is that correct understood?
The value propositions are a bit different. Using the software in itself is not that complicating. Making the software is a lot more difficult on our end, but obviously the objective is to make the user interface and user experience as simple as possible.
In your opinion, is Chili ahead of the crowd when it comes to that, to be easy to use and the complexity of what you are able to deliver online?
Absolutely. In terms of editing functionalities, I can tell you there's no other software on the market today that can go to that depth that we go to edit and change online documents.
So, to put it again in layman terms, does that, if I should relate it to something I guess that most people understand and know, is that kind of being InDesign Online?
It goes further than InDesign Online. InDesign Online, you're going to use Adobe products to create graphic files, but every time you want to change something for that file, you're going to have to recreate it or resave it. With our smart templates, you create it once, and you can reuse it in a series of different declinations.
So that is why it's so interesting, because if you're a brand owner and you want to use it for creating a lot of different kind of applications, you can create once and then do a lot of multiple versions of it.
Exactly.
And to get the content in there, do you get it from different kind of databases, or how do people get content in there?
Well, we're pretty much vendor agnostic, right? So we'll integrate with any type of MIS system, DAM system, variable data, XML. We can get it from all kinds of different angles, use that information, and then create a PDF print-ready file.
So we have a very short time left before we go to the next interview, and I was just wondering, who are your staff here on the booth?
We have salespeople, we have support people on staff, so there's 4 of us right here, and basically ready to address any type of question we can get from customers.
Can't wait to get started with that one. So thank you very much for the introduction.